thinking as far down as I'm setting, it's going to be about like right here. So
well, most of your deers you ever shoot are either in that bottom or on the hillside,
somewhere.
It's not like you're sitting on a ridge where Dad is, where they can come out right in front of you.
Right, exactly.
You know.
But I'll be behind that thicket tomorrow.
Behind the thicket. What thicket?
I'm gonna go up the way Dad went and get him behind that pine thicket. That's up there.
Oh, you're going up Pawpaw's Hollow.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's what me and Dad was talking about. That's where you needed to go.
That's where I'm gonna go.
But what we were talking,
You need to go to that center ridge. There's the holler that goes up to the left, there's the holler that goes up to the right, and there's like a little ridge point in the center where you can see both of them.
Oh, yeah.
there's a deadfall in there.
Right.
If you get up past it to where you can see over behind that pine thicket
Right.
and in that holler,
Right.
you can see this holler and you can see the hillside where your 9-point comes.
Right. I might do that.
Plus you can still see down
Right.
both hollers
Both of
to
them.
the roadway. And
Right.
Yeah, you can see that flame in the center.
Yeah, you can. That's good bar. Good bar.
I was talking about that yesterday though. Instead of sitting there in the roadway, going up in there towards the Pawpaw's Hollow was,
Yep.
and
I might get up in there behind that deadfall.
I'm telling you, because then you can see up towards the top towards Virginia.
Right.
You'll be able to see
To the right.
over behind that pine thicket. You'll be able to see that whole ridge over to your left that comes down towards the pine tree.
Right.
Plus, still see down in front
Front
of
of
it.
me.
And see down in front of you.
Well, if you remember that year that big one was up there on that hillside, that was running that doe, you walked through that thicket, coming up from the roadway,
yeah, he ran across the top.
and he ran across
Well,
the
he
top.
wasn't. He went across the top. He was about a quarter of the way from the top.
Right.
But he ran out. There's a trail up there that comes out. He ran out from him. And as I approached the opening,
Right.
I didn't see him standing out there. And she threw her flag up, and I seen her run down, because like I said, it kind of rolls into another hole.
Right.
So standing on that centerpiece, which we're telling you to go through, I seen her throw her flag up and run. Well, I knew he was with her,
Right.
and I was scared to walk out because I thought maybe you'd be able to see him. And I was like, man, I'm not walking. I might shoot here in a minute. That deer just didn't. So I'm scoping to see if I see anything. And I went right over top of him. And I seen him throw his flag. When he threw his flag, I went back and I seen his rack, but
Down over he
he was
went.
down over. Not even so much the pines. Up there where I come through, it was mountain laurel
Right.
and big rhododendron style laurel.
Right.
And then just off the back side of that, before you get into that holler,
Right.
the ridge coming up, there's another deep holler on the back side of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can see pretty well into that holler if you get up there on that top and you kind of go over the edge. You can see the bottom, you can see the whole of the hillside, and there's laurel growing in there.
Right.
And you can see into it.
Well, see, he was running her, and then she was coming back. Was she coming back to the left? No, she was going to the right, and she went running out to the right and turned and run down towards me. And I was like, uh-oh, here he comes. And I turned around, was waiting for him, and she turned and went right back up in it. He never did pop out.
Well, I know we've seen, every time we've walked up that road, we've seen deer up
On
there
that
somewhere.
top, yeah. Say what?
What are you out doing?
Oh, waiting for Monday.
Yep.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Do a little deer hunting.
Yeah.
I tried to do some anyways. Yeah, so was I.
That's the reason I moved the chair over here. Smoke was blowing in my face.
Right?
As soon as I move, it's just going to follow me.
Follow you.
But we went up Little Allegheny, and there was a little holler there to the left. Me and Dad just got off to the side.
Right.
And we sat at a tree, and he said, you know, Don't tell me if you see a squirrel. If you see one and you know that's what it is,
Right.
shoot it. Well, we're sitting there. I don't know how long we had sat there. Do you remember?
15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes.
We hadn't been there long, and I was watching. I couldn't tell you what type of tree it was, but it was real bright orange. And I seen the limb just go to shaking like crazy.
Right.
He was out there pulling the nut off the limb. First thing I did was, Dad, I see a squirrel. He goes, "Won't tell me, shoot it." Well, I'd lost him
Right.
because he had stopped moving the limb.
Mm-hmm.
And then I seen him run back towards the tree. And I had that little single shot 410.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw it up, and I'm sitting there, and I'm trying to aim where he was at. And I seen him go back out the limb and start shaking. Pow! That squirrel come falling out of the tree. And I said, I got him. So we get up, and we go down there. And I was from here to your shoe.
Right.
And I said, he's still kicking. Dad said, no, don't do that. He said, there won't be nothing left. You do this. And he stumped its head.
Right.
And it was done. And he goes, you don't ever shoot one that close.
That's what I was telling Brandon, because when he shot it, he ran right up with the shotgun. He goes, I'm gonna shoot it again. I was like, no. He goes, what? I said, do this like that you did. And I stumped it. And he's like, oh, okay. And then we went up. That's when we was on the Allegheny. And when you walk up, there's that bank. It goes up this way as you go up the trail. Me and Brandon walked up the bank. And Brandon was behind me, and I was taking my time with it. And I got up there, and about from here to the camper come 3 does. And I said, Brandon. He goes, what? I said, look. He went, deer. I was like, let's just see what they're going to do. And they come down, and they saw us, and they all three kind of come out around each other. Then they just turned real easy and walked right back up to where they came.
The one thing I remember about when Jared shot that squirrel was when we come back to the truck.
Oh, yeah.
I sat in the truck and I go, I lost my knife.
We had to walk
man.
all the way back up that mountain.
Oh, good God.
Because he had his case had been duct taped
Right.
and the knife fell out.
Oh, man.
And we walked all the way back up that trail, and I think we made it all the way back to where we were hunting.
This is where I was sitting.
And
It fell out.
I didn't think that was where it was at. I thought we looked around the tree and we didn't find it. And then we started back down the trail, and it was laying in the trail. And you found it on the way back down.
It might have been, but I know we found it.
Right.
I think it was laying in
Wow.
the trail. We had walked back up to where I'd shot the squirrel. We didn't find it there. We walked down to the tree where the squirrel had fell. There was no knife around there.
Man,
And we was like, man,
it's gone.
it's gone. So we started walking back down the trail, and as we were walking, you found it. There was like a I don't know what you call it. There's that little stone.
Oh, yeah, what we always called the blasting house.
Yeah, the
Oh,
blasting
yeah,
house.
okay.
It was
Yeah.
right around that blasting house.
Yeah.
And he
Man.
said, look right there. And he picked it up, and he goes, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
That was my charade shark thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And he goes,
Yeah.
thank you, thank you, thank you. And, you know, he got his knife back. Oh, about stomping on him. Okay, he showed me that then. Let's fast forward a few years. We're hunting on the hunting club. This is great.
Oh, no.
We're hunting on the hunting club, and it was that year that we almost all limited out.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, I had already killed like 4 or 5. You had killed 3 or 4, something like that. He had 5,
Right.
and he had shot his 6th. And he was in the holler where his second tree stand was that they ended up
Clear
cutting or select cutting. And he shot the one, and I went down there with you. And that was the angriest squirrel I've ever seen in my life. We got down there, and he goes, I know I shot that thing, and it fell out of the tree.
Right.
And that squirrel had run up underneath the log.
Oh, man.
And he goes, I don't know what I'm going to do. He poked at it with a stick, and it kind of come out, and he goes, I'm going to stomp its head. He went to stomp its head, and that thing wrapped around his boot. And when it wrapped around his boot, he said, get off, get off. And it ran back up underneath the log. And we fought, and we fought, and we fought trying to get that squirrel. And maybe that was your 5th one. That was your 5th one. wasn't
Fifth one. I didn't think I'd be tagged out.
Because he backed up, and he said, I've had enough. He shot underneath that log. And I said, you told me to not shoot him that close.
Well, he tried to bite my foot off.
Oh man.
It did though. He went to stomp that thing, and when he did that thing, went, and it wrapped around his foot. And I was like, oh God.
Well, that's like when we was hunting with Lady. We was over there hunting with Lady one time, and I had a shotgun, and I had a bad habit. I was younger, and I had a real bad habit of shooting squirrels' nests.
Right.
And I was sitting there, and I had that 20 gauge. It was a 20 gauge Remington 870, but it had a modified barrel on it. And I sat there, and I went over to it. He says, "Oh, Alvin, don't shoot that thing." I said, "I'm not." I grabbed the grapevine, went wing, 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 like that. Squirrel takes off. I said, boom, 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 all the way down. I looked at the gun and said, "Oh well," click. I was like, "Oh man," and it said underneath a rock. So here comes Lady. She comes flying in after it. We got her on the trail. She was halfway under the rock.
She started her nose up underneath that rock, just a barking and everything, and then finally you hear, whoo, 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 whoo.
Yeah,
She got her head up underneath that rock, and I said, I hope that squirrel bites her right on the nose.
Well, see, that's like
She come out with it.
She did come out with it.
when I had Katie,
Yeah,
my coon dog.
right.
We were getting ready for the coon season, so we wanted to get them amped back up on the smell and what they were after.
Right.
So we had caught a coon, I think down there, it was out our road. I can't remember where it was at, but I set a cage.
Mm-hmm.
And me and CD caught a coon out there. And he had a roll cage, one they could get in and they could run around and the dogs could bark at and everything.
Yeah.
Well, we took it down to Louise's mom and dad's and took it up in the horse pasture. And we put that coon in that roll cage. Well, he turned his blue tick loose, and I turned Katie loose, and they're barking at that cage, and I mean, they're just going nuts. And that coon's hissing at him, growling at him, and everything else. He goes, all right, he goes, we're going to let the coon in. I said, okay. So we hook the dogs up, and we hold them back, or I'm holding both dogs, and he walks up, and he opens the cage. The coon won't come out. The coon's just back here in the corner, and it will not come out.
Right.
And we sat there for 10, 15 minutes, and that coon wouldn't move. And I think it's because the coon could see the dogs.
Right.
So it wouldn't move. And he said, heck with this, turn these dogs loose. We turn the dogs loose. Well, his dog goes up, and it starts barking at the cage. Katie, on the other hand, she sticks her head in the cage. When she sticks her head in the cage, when she comes out, she's got a coon wrapped around her neck. And it's biting her lip and biting her ears.
Oh my gosh.
And she's trying to get it off, and she's going like this. Well, the blue tick comes over, and it grabs it and pulls it off of her. When it pulls it off of her, it ripped a chunk out of her ear. And that ticked her off.
Right.
They chased that coon up through the field,
Right.
and they ended up killing it.
Right.
But the funniest thing I'll ever see is that dog stick its head in that cage, and that coon's back like this, and Katie's just barking in its face, and that thing just said, and it wrapped around underneath her neck, and I mean, it was just biting her lip and biting her ear, and she's going like this, trying to get that coon off. And I was like, if it hadn't been for that blue tick being there, that coon would have probably killed her.
Killed her, yeah.
Because it could have got a hold of her neck.
Neck.
But it had its back legs wrapped around her neck. Its front paws were right behind the ears. And I mean, it was just biting her to
Biting it.
pieces.
Well, that's like me and Denny went hunting over on Charles's place. When we hunted on Charles's,
Yeah.
and we was walking down through his field, and we had Snowball with us. I was still young, and we happened to look across the field, and we saw turkeys. And he goes, "I'm gonna go get me a turkey." He goes, "Keep Snowball here with you until I shoot." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm sitting there, and Snowball was sitting right beside me. And I'm sitting there, I was like, "Well, Snowball," I said, "I guess he's gonna give him a turkey," and I see him go over the hill. Well, I happened to look down, Snowball's gone. I'm like, "Oh crap!" And I'm saying, "Snowball, Snowball, Snowball." Well, I seen the turkey just go and fly away. I was like, "Oh man, he must have missed, or must have scared him." Well, come back and here he is stomping. "I told you to get a hold of that damn dog." It went down there with him and ran him off.
Got the fire going.
Howdy.
There's Alvin.
Yeah.
Dad's getting the grill started.
Trying to. Forgot my charcoal chimney.
We're gonna have some steaks. Put some of that lighter
I did.
charcoal fluid on there. We're gonna have some steaks.
Baked potatoes?
Baked potatoes. You gonna make some shells?
Probably.
Shells and cheese. We're gonna have us a good meal before tomorrow morning.
Yeah. We're gonna kill
Which-
deer tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning is the opener of the West Virginia rifle season.
Yep.
For bucks. And we're all three gonna kill one. Say hello.
Oh, hi everybody. Jody with J&J True Outdoor Adventures. It's cold out here.
It ain't that cold.
I seen your breath.
That's just because that fire was so hot. Let's walk back here. Get a view of camp at nighttime. There we go.
Forward is fire. Back is safe.
You guys stay tuned.
That's the reason why I seen.
I think we're going to have a lot of action for you.
Yeah. And you sitting up there, and I thought I seen you pull back, and you sitting there, and then you flinched.
Flint, yeah. I'm glad I had it. Oh, that's cool.
Glowing in the fire.
Morning, everybody. It's the Big Al with J&J True Outdoors. This is Monday, the 19th, 2018. First day of buck season. Yeah, we're going to get out there and get us some bucks, you know what I mean? It is now 4:07. Whoa, let me get steady here. It's 4:07. I'm in my camper, as you can tell. I got my hunting clothes over there, ready to go. Hunting clothes on the bed, ready to go. Just waiting for Jared and Jody to get up so we can have some breakfast. And then we're going to head off to the woods, see what kind of bucks we can see, and what kind of bucks we can harvest. Just want to be thankful that this year we're together again and we're going to have a safe hunt. So y'all stay tuned. We're going to see what we can get out. Hey everybody, this is Big Al with J&J True Outdoors. It is actually 7:33. We are in our spots, in our locations. Jody and Jared went to their spots, which is in front of me. A good piece. I'm hunting the ridge that my dad used to hunt when I first started coming up here. Let me give you a little shot of everything. This will be where I'm hunting. Hopefully, we know there's some big bucks in here, some small bucks, but up here we take what God gives us. So we're hoping in the next couple hours, couple of us, or all three of us will have one. So this is Big Al for J&J True Outdoors. Bye. Good morning, everyone. It is November 19th. Opening day of the West Virginia firearm season. Me, Dad, and Alvin just got up here on the mountain. It's a long walk. I got hot. Just got the camera set up. Just got everything set up, situated. So, we're gonna sit back. It's a nice calm morning. It's kind of cool. Should be a good morning. So, you all stay tuned. Hopefully we'll have some action for you.
Good morning, everybody. This is Jody of J&J True Outdoor Adventures. It is November the 19th, the opening day of the West Virginia firearms season. We're up here in Greenbrier County, West Virginia, at the Monongahela National Forest. We've been up here since Saturday, and we just got up on the mountain, and it's 7:35. And it's taken us a while to walk up. It's not that cold. I think the truck showed 31 or 32, but it's warmed up quickly. At least it feels like it has. Me and Alvin and Jared are up here. Jared's hunting about 2 hollers over from me, and it's a new spot. And we checked the camera Saturday, and he's got some promising signs, so he wanted to hunt there. I checked my cameras. I've had some does and some bucks. Looked like I had a 7-point in here. We've only found 2 scrapes, one out here on the end of the point, and one back where we come in. I think we only found 1 rub. But we'll get quiet. Like I said, I just got in here, got set up, and going to concentrate on hunting. Hopefully I can catch something on camera, but I can't guarantee it. A lot of times action happens so quickly you just ain't got time to get the camera turned on. It's out here, it's ready to go, but a lot of times I just can't get it on and concentrate on what I need to do to get the job done. So stay tuned to more J&J True Outdoor Adventures.
Hello everybody, this is Big Al, J&J True Outdoors Adventures. It is Monday the 19th, 2018, first day of buck season, and we're sitting in the woods, and I ain't seeing much. Not heard anything, not seen anything, not looking too good right now. I don't know how Jody and Jared's doing. They might be doing better than me. I hope so. I hope they're seeing them. I hope that they'll be shooting soon. I like to see one of them or both of them get one. But hold on. Okay, here we go. This is a bit better now. And I'll show you around where I'm hunting. See, I got a thicket on my right, kind of an opening on my left. They travel back and forth through here, I know. I've seen them do it. But right now it's kind of quiet. So hopefully here pretty soon something will step out. We'll see what it is. If we can get a shot at it and get it on film, we will. And if not, we'll show you what we did get, or what I did get. So everybody stay tuned. Big Al will be coming back with more info and a few, because it is about 10:35. So hopefully between now and 12, I'll get me one. Big Al out. It's me, Big Al, back with you. It is 6 minutes after 12. Not heard nothing, not seen nothing. Heard one squirrel bark, that's about it. Heard a lot of planes flying over. Don't know what that. I guess they're doing exercises in Virginia. Hear it. They come in close. Anyways, still looking for a deer. We're not giving up hope. Stay with J&J True Outdoors. We'll see what we can get you. See what we can find here in a little bit. If we can get something, we'll let you know. If we see something, we'll try to get it to show you. But basically for right now, we're just sitting in the woods enjoying the view and enjoying what God has made and give to us. And hopefully we'll have one of them little creatures running from us with horns and we can shoot it. So stay with us and we'll be right back. This is Big Al out. Bye.
Well, it's 1 o'clock. Haven't seen anything other than that gray squirrel and them birds. Haven't heard from Alvin or Jared. Did listen to the weather a little bit. There's like a 40 or 50% chance of rain this evening. And the wind picked up a little bit, but then it's kind of died back down. The sun, of course, is now behind the clouds. Just not seeing anything. We knew there was mass up here when we come up here back in September. But with all the new leaves down and everything, you can't see it. And of course, Wednesday last week, they had real high winds. There was a lot of trees down going up towards the lake. And the Wednesday night, it might have been when it happened, but they also had freezing rain. And when we walked up here Saturday, a lot of the trees up here were still covered in ice. And the logging road that we walked up had ice all in it. So I don't know if that's what's got them messed up or what. But I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. Here's a view from my perspective.
Well, it is 14 minutes after 1. It has been very uneventful. I haven't heard much shooting today. I haven't seen anything. Some squirrels, that's about it. I just went for a walk. Warmed my toes up a little bit. Didn't see anything either while I was walking. I haven't talked to Dad or Alvin to see if they've seen anything. Hopefully one of them's at least seen some does.
wind has picked up. We had some real strong gusts here a little while ago. But it just doesn't seem like they're moving real good today. We've got a front supposed to be coming through, bringing some rain, maybe some snow mix. Tomorrow's looking like it's going to be pretty crappy. So hopefully they'll go to moving this evening. Maybe we'll get some action for you guys. Make sure to stick with us.
Hey everybody, it's Big Al with J&G True Outdoors. As you can tell, I am not showing you a picture of an animal that we've harvested or we have seen, due to the fact that I haven't seen anything. Now Jared and David, or Jared and Jody, as y'all know, is on the ridge over here in front of me. Now whether they've seen anything like does or what have you, I do not know. I have not heard them shoot. But it is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Haven't seen anything, haven't heard anything. Wind's blowing just a little bit, not bad. Have heard some stuff fall out of the trees. Seen 2 birds and heard 1 squirrel. So, well, just keep up with us and stay with us. We're not going to get down or depressed. This is just the first day. Baby, we got 5 more to go. So, anyways, this is Big Al with J&J True Outdoors. You better believe it.
Well, I just heard 2 gunshots from behind me. That's where Jared's at. I thought they just sounded louder, but if he was shooting into the holler, they might have not been that loud. I heard the 1 shot. It was pause, pause. Then a 2nd shot. So, he hasn't come across the radio yet. So I'm waiting to see whether he's going to need help, because if he shot it down in the holler where he was watching, he will have to have help dragging it out. Time 3:13. So I just have to wait and see if he comes across the radio. I'm hoping he's got one. He's always wanted to kill one up on this mountain. Not on the way up the mountain, but on top of this mountain. And if he got it, this will be his first one. So, stand by.
Well, everybody, it is 4:14, and I've had 0 action. I haven't talked to Alvin or Dad, but I've not heard either of them shoot, so I'm gonna guess they probably haven't seen anything or haven't seen any shooters. The wind's died down finally. Get a gust every now and again. It's been a long day with no action. The spot I'm sitting in is extremely uncomfortable. I think tomorrow I'll find somewhere else to sit other than this. But we're going to be in here till dark. Unless I get some action. this will be the closing for today, the first day of rifle season. Thank y'all for watching, and please like, subscribe, and comment. We appreciate all of y'all out there that do that.
Okay, it's 4:45. I'm gonna go ahead and get my stuff together. I've already got my backpack on, radio, everything. But I'm gonna go ahead and start easing my way out of here in about 10 minutes. Sunset's around 5:05, something like that. Got a half-hour daylight left to shoot, but I've got almost an hour walk back to the truck. So, like I said, I'll pull out here in about 10 minutes. I still haven't heard anything from Jared or Alvin, so I don't know if it was one of them that shot twice, or if somebody else was up here and just didn't know it. It was on this side. It sounded like it was fairly close to me, so I took it that it was Jared, but he never radioed and said he got anything, so yeah, when I get up to him, if he's got something, I'll let you know. Well, I found out it wasn't Alvin that shot. I tried to get a hold of Jared whenever I got to the top of the hill and pulled my radio out, and it was dead. So I got the backup radio. It was dead. And got down here in the curve and seen Alvin, told Alvin to holler at Jared. Jared's on his way, so undoubtedly it wasn't him that shot. Or if he did, he missed, but I couldn't believe he'd miss. Alvin said it sounded like it was somewhere else. He didn't think it come from Jared's spot. So I just have to wait till Jared gets here and find out if it was him. But it's, let me see what time it is. It's 10 after 5 right now. Still got some shooting light. But like I said, we got a long walk down to the truck. But that's day one of the West Virginia firearm season under our belt. Apparently, I see Jared coming. Apparently, nobody got anything. This camera makes it look like it's a lot lighter than what it is. It's not. There he is. Was that you that shot twice? Yeah. Okay. Well, I heard 2 shots and I couldn't tell if they came from your area or if they...
Sounded like they came from that, you know that hidden ridge?
Yeah.
Sounded like they came from it.
Okay.
It wasn't me, I haven't seen nothing.
I radioed you when I got to Pawpaw's tree and my radio's dead. Then I grabbed my backup radio. It's dead. What?
You didn't charge it?
My radio, my good one, was supposed to be fully charged. I'll charge it when we get back.
You see anything?
Not one thing. I seen 4 squirrels total.
I seen a bunch of squirrels. That's it.
When I come around the corner, a pair.
Well, see, I got worried, and that's why I kind of was barreling down through there.
Mm-hmm.
Because Alvin hollers at me and says, "You down here
In the curve? Yeah.
Well, why in the world wouldn't he holler at me or come get me?
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't want to walk in on you if you were still hunting.
I was.
Yeah, but I'd rather radio you.
Yeah, but then I thought maybe something was wrong. So I just packed the crap up to come in. I mean, they're still shooting light. There's never an area for a prescribed burn. This year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're not doing any management to this forest.
Yeah, not at all. It's almost like you're not a forest anymore. It's a wilderness.
Well, they like to do that to a lot of areas. No motorized vehicles. I don't even think you can have rubber-tired vehicles of any kind. And they were designated as a wilderness. Listen to that creek.
Oh yeah, right here, I can't.
Big L.
Yeah.
I bet the deer are just starting to move.
Probably. Exactly.